University of Pennsylvania. She joins us now from Oxford via Skype. Good to have you with us, Claire. Barry Pollock, a lawyer for Assange in the US, said in a statement that these unprecedented charges demonstrate the gravity of the threat the criminal prosecution of Assange poses to all journalists in their endeavour to inform the public about actions taken by the US government. Is he right?
Well, I have enormous respect for Barry Pollock, who is indeed a friend. I strongly disagree with him on this point. John Demers from the Justice Department made very clear that in his view, Assange is not a journalist. I believe that that position is correct. Someone who is a journalist attempts to digest news events, take more or less a neutral view of the news, and attempts to inform the public in a general way. The mission is not necessarily a political one, and most importantly, it's someone who can't be under the control of a foreign government. Julian Assange has been under the control of Russia for many, many years. The indictment doesn't allege that with regard to these events relating to Chelsea Manning,
Claire,
it is widely suspected.
Claire, what evidence do you have when you say that Julian Assange has been under the control of Russia for many, many years?
Well, we have good reason to suspect that in the more recent events relating to Assange's revelation of the emails that were hacked from the DNC, that was an attack ordered by Moscow. There's much evidence in the Mueller report to this effect, but these indictments do not relate to that issue.
But that's not being under the control of Russia for many, many years, is it?
Right. So the question is whether or not the older events that relate to this indictment were ordered or in any way encouraged by the Russian government. We don't know that at present, but there is, from what I understand, reason to believe that the Russian government and Julian Assange have had interactions, relations, and that intelligence has passed for a number of years. Now, this indictment is more narrowly drawn, and I want to be very clear about that. So whatever more speculative information I'm discussing is not contained in this indictment, but this indictment is quite clear that the concern is that he solicited Chelsea Manning to steal classified materials, that he revealed those classified materials by putting them up on WikiLeaks, that he did not redact the names of individuals who were working as sources to assist the United States and protect its security, and that he endangered the lives of many people in doing that. That is not compatible with journalistic activity, and I believe the Justice Department was quite correct in taking the position that therefore he is not covered by the First Amendment.
All right. These new charges, though, I mean, whether they are covered by the First Amendment or not, I suppose is still up for debate, but it's not exactly going to make it very easy for Washington now in its attempts to extradite him from London, is it? This is a legal case that could drag on for years.
Well, the extradition issues are a little bit different. So there are strong extradition agreements between the UK and the US, and ordinarily we would expect him to be extradited under these circumstances. There is also, however, a principle that says that in order to extradite someone, you have to be assured that they will not receive new charges. There may be, however, an exception to that principle. So there are a number of different legal issues at stake in the extradition debate. And then there's also the question of Sweden. And Sweden is now claiming that they would like him back so that he can stand charges on the sexual assault charges. So we don't know what's going to happen with the extradition. It's my suspicion that he will end up back in the U.S., but the president has made very clear that this is something he does not welcome. And so he himself is asserting the claim that Julian Assange is a journalist and should be immune to prosecution.
Claire, many thanks. Professor, good to have you on. Many thanks. This is the News Hour from Al Jazeera. Still to come on the program.